Recently, this image of an iceberg has been circling around an art gallery. And even though it's been almost 2 months actually since I recorded this video originally, let's explore it and I'll try to explain each entry. I got help from Anthony and A-Lizard for most of this stuff, as I think A-Lizard is the one who created it, so let's explore. Homework on call. It's a well-known fact that anyone trying to do the homework on call isn't actually doing the homework. Anthony is the biggest example of this, as he commonly joins call to do homework, but instead he reads Soku chat and looks at memes. Seanpai, aka Sean-kun or Oni-Sean. A joint name created by both Nolan and Pooter Polluter. It is a play off a lizard's real name, Sean, and is also the name of the server's dad that only messages to make dumb dad jokes. Longster Dongster. A common practice in the server is adding stir to the end of a name and then adding a last name also ending in stir. Other examples of this include Johnster Monster, Michaelster Pikelster, Seanster Mongster, and Adalster Moaster. Throw it back in. Post. These two are placed together as they apply to the same thing, the sharing of content that has already been shared. Normally it's seen as a bad thing, and the poster is shamed with the phrase post. But it is fine if the reposter knows and tells everyone that it's a throwback to the original sharing for content. Throwbacks are always a positive thing, while reposts are always negative. Poop. An open war between Anthony and Dude. Both sides are constantly trying to get each other to eat each other's poop. Sometimes they try to get other members to eat their poop too. So far nobody has eaten poop yet. A-Lizard is admin. This is probably here due to the common misconception that A-Lizard is the server admin since his name and role is on the top of the server. Win. A commonly used emote depicting Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul looking upwards, sometimes used to replace the word win or just to show a sense of hopelessness. This is probably one of the most used emotes on the server. Retard noises. When joining call or just to kill dead air in voice chat, it's very common for someone to start making outlandish noises. Common examples include yeah, and whew. Gamer. End all be all slur and compliment on the server. Gamers boast the most offensive insult and the greatest accolade. Really, context is what matters for the meeting. For example, if you can gamer, then be a gamer, or else you're gamer. No bully. A common term that was used to show no hard feelings after flaming someone, being a way to be mean as a joke. It's fallen out of favor recently, mostly seeing use in 2018 to 2019. Brother. An accolade of lesser value than gamer, but still high praise. It is also the name of the music playlist that was created in the summer of 2019 by the Lizard Kingdom. No expectations. A request that's never fulfilled to get through some sort of media, almost always anime, without expectations. Although, the request itself isn't named, since if you want no expectations, don't talk about it in the first place. Made up lore. There's a ton of lore in the server, creating stories about kingdoms and the like, but of course none of it is true. Sans! Although out of fashion now, Sans means we're the predominant meme on the server for the longest time. Also, according to gamer lore, Sans must be the password to any faggot's password protected lobby or shared account.
Chowda!
An emote and phrase that is sometimes exclaimed when you fail to do something that you thought you have done. A common example is teching throws. Lizard Kingdom. In the lore, the Lizard Kingdom is a kingdom owned by a lizard. They are the most powerful faction and make up most of the servers in number and activity. They are responsible for most of the big events in the lore, like the Great Invasion and the Color Shift. Anime streams. A common event in the server is streaming animes. Famous examples include half of Sword Art Online Alicization, half of Neptune anime, and Gamers Twice. When we playin'? A common phrase thrown around to attempt organized play for some multiplayer games. But usually it never happens since people only want to play a game at the moment, and nobody wants to play it on the scheduled time. The second server. A sometimes referenced second server that is not brought up a lot but is sometimes mentioned offhand. This server is rumored to host the famous acclaimed Faggots Gacha, which is now currently dead. Left 4 Dead 2 server. This refers to how the server started up as a way for the 4 admins to play Left 4 Dead 2. Antho pair. This most likely refers to Anthony's unfinished pairs, like the Kirito pair. But I'm not sure why Anthony specifically is listed. Wi-Fi Warrior is admin. Wi-Fi Warrior is the true admin of Faggots, and actually is the server creator. This would be service level if it wasn't for the fact that A-Lizard is constantly mistaken as the admin. Admin alts. 3 out of the 4 admins have alts on the server. While they don't interact much, they're still there watching and blending in with the masses of the respective factions.
Why do they call it oven when you live in the cold food about how to eat the food?
Honestly, I have no clue what this means. I get it. I really do. It comes from Garfield. But what does it mean? I don't get it in the anime video and I don't understand it now. Hololive. The most expressionful emote on the server that sadly did not see enough use. It also refers to the VTuber session that has infected some of the members of the Lizard Kingdom. D say dab. D say dab was a victory phrase said a lot by Nolan and Anthony. It must be said exactly like that and hasn't been used in years. Anime INBA. Anime Imbalance was a Dota mod discovered by the Faggots. Some people may know it as the names of Anime or Anime Arena now. The Faggots were actually one of the first groups to find the mod since it was found by searching new. The game fell out of favor as some changes made to the game mode made it all around worse, like the removal of the original map, the change to the weird jungle map, and you must pay for Patreon to get a full roster. Pairs. Pairs used to be the fundamental thing on the server. Unfortunately, they have died out in popularity. Originating from a Spore screenshot by Anthony mocking on how pitiful the creature was, a lizard became obsessed with it and turned into an emote. From there, everyone started to make their own pair edits, and the rest is history. Nolan draws gamers. An old series where Nolan would draw people from the server based on descriptions, although it was mostly just members of the Lizard Kingdom. It was going to be a large Lizard Kingdom group drawing, but it was cancelled partway through. Music holds true purpose. The music sharing channel is commonly used today for A-Lizard to kuma about Japanese music that nobody has heard or even cares about, Salem Frost send music that is commonly found on TikTok, and South Band occasionally sending remixes of songs that can be found on Brother. Originally, it was made to collect songs to re-add to the Lewdbat, now Lindsay bot, music playlist. It was done as a contingency if people added long music playlists again, such as 500 renditions of 1-2 Oatmeal. GFL Hentai. There was a portion of time where the Lizard Kingdom plus Nolan and Anthony were playing Girls Frontline. After a year or so, almost everybody but Lizard quit the game. But Dragonface then started sending pictures and memes from Girls Frontline, all of them being from Girls Frontline hentai. But you wouldn't be able to tell it was hentai without reading it itself. Now it's really common for Dragonface and A-Lizard to reference Girls Frontline hentais in statements like growing your brain into your helmet and watching people pee. Barfstone. This is what Hearthstone was referred to as on the server. But main focus of this is probably all the Hearthstone-centric memes that are often quoted in the server. Notable examples include Das Dingo! Out of my jungle! These things happen. And cheating! The Moon Kingdom. A small uprising in the Anthony's Friends faction. Someone or something started his own colony on the moon, only to be cut off by Anthony while trying to provide for his people. The Moon Kingdom is now left in ruins, with no leader or resources. What is left of the Moon Kingdom acts as a grave reminder to those who crossed Anthony's path. Rice Field Workers. A class of people that belong to no faction. They led themselves to non-existence due to having no focus, either joining bigger factions or dying to cullings. The killing of the Rice Field Workers is the most well-known war crime that the admins have committed, despite the efforts that have gone through to rewrite history. The Hall of Fame Journals. A mysterious journal that has appeared over the course of 12 days in the Hall of Fame channel description. The Hall of Fame channel was an anarchy at that point, so literally anyone could have written it. Although, based on the entries, it's most likely the culprit is Nolan, however he has never confirmed or denied it. Hog Rider! A battle cry of some sort used by Dragonface, Anthony, and Nolan. It's fallen out of use though, since none of them really play any Supercell games anymore. It is a reference to the Hog Rider unit from Clash of Clans. Zanime. Literally who? Grand Cullings. On multiple occasions, the server has had huge deletions of members due to them being a leech on society. There was also an emotional Grand Culling as well, where after the dual power crystals fell, half of the emotions that were capable to being displayed were deleted from existence. The server has never recovered, still being stuck at displaying 50 different emotions at a time. Fruity Smoothie. A Unity game that Anthony may or may not have created. It is notable for having a deep story and gameplay that's on the brink of perfection. There were also cancelled plans to make Fruity Smoothie VR, but unfortunately it fell through. The assets used for this project were reused for the VR title Fruit Attacks VR, although it didn't catch on as a meme as well as Fruity Smoothie. Blaze Boy. Some edgy 14-year-old that made win-like edgy Minecraft memes. Like the emo kind of edgy. His content was consistently uploaded on the server until he stopped making emo Minecraft memes. Cheese. This refers to the character Cheese from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. He was a common meme thrown around in the server from 2018 to 2019. It is also noticeable that Cheese Hentai was the first form of NSFW content being streamed, through the animation parody Blue Me. Cheese could also refer to the name given to the monster kid from Undertale, Cheese Kid, and became a meme due to how pathetic of a creature he would be since Cheese Kid lacks arms, although not as much of a meme as the pairs. 20-hour challenge. Also known as songs numbered 4 and 5 on the Lootbot playlist, this challenge consists of 10 hours of the Me channel theme, followed by 10 hours of Neptunia from Hyperdimension Neptunia saying Nep. This challenge had only been attempted once as a group by the Lizard Kingdom, but it was unsuccessful. Isekai. An alternate universe where the members of the Faggots were isekai to a fantasy world, gaining powers that would match the common perception of them. There was a lot of hypothetical squads and combos, but that's not really important for the purpose of the Iceberg, and it could take up a whole 30-minute video on itself. Wi-Fi Warrior Stand. You wanna know? Fine, I admit it, I don't know how Power Jack works. He erases messages. What does that mean? If you erase messages, shouldn't the joke not be there? Oatmeal by South Bend. Oatmeal was a long reoccurring meme in the Lootbot playlist, being the best cover of Gourmet Race from Kirby Superstar. One day, Anthony found an Oatmeal video that may or may not have been sung by Southbend's alternate persona Amoeba Alec. Ever since then, it has been the version of Oatmeal to listen to. 3am BGO. Board Game Online is a browser-based party board game that was popular on the server for like months in 2019. Due to the mental fatigue Ori gives off, the best way to experience the game is extremely early mornings, hence 3am. The best games of BGO are played at 3am and end at 6am. Hentai streams. Well, I don't know too much about this, as unfortunately I missed most of the hentai streams. Apparently, hentai is occasionally streamed instead of anime. The first hentai related thing ever streamed on the server was the Sill sex scene from Sengoku Ran, but that's more streaming a game with hentai scenes rather than hentai itself. There are many claimed cases of these types of streams, but the only one with tentative proof was episode 1 of the Rants 01 OVA. Gamer Psychology. A now defunct series created by Anthony to see what kind of games people are into, breaking down what they like in games and what they didn't like, and finding game recommendations from there. While I personally enjoyed it, the same could not be said about the people the series focused on, and hence why it's now gone. Black Dragonface 99. The unknown ethnicity of user Dragonface99. Current theories has him as black, mostly led by Anthony and Brandonium. While there are a few IRL pics of Dragonface within the server depicting him as white, it could have all clearly been edits. The old emoji is definitely an edit of him with white skin, and there's no proof the person in the river swing video is Dragonface. A false memory, a dream, a misinterpretation, or the remnant of a different world line. Midbridge comes from the mind of a lizard. The idea is that Clash Royale by Supercell Games has a bridge in the middle of the map, making a middle lane. The secret of Midbridge is rumored to be activated by using the log card in a specific way with units to create a middle lane, although more research is needed. The Hidden Temple. A secret place that is barely mentioned, being leaked through in 3 separate occasions. All that could be gathered about the mysterious place that has something to do with Cheese Kid, and screen share can happen there. Other than that, the Hidden Temple is completely mysterious. Hell! Scramble. A long dead game that plagued the server for months. It was exterminated so thoroughly that existence is unknown by anybody that wasn't there for the great scrambling. The game was a simple, make the word out of the scramble letters, and it's strange how popular it became due to how simple it was. Dayway Conspiracy. A mysterious conspiracy made to mentally break a lizard. The plot was to convert the server and have everyone change their name to relate to the Way meme, and editing your profile picture to also have the Way. The result was a partial success as it did greatly weaken the Lizard King, but not much was gained from it, other than the entertainment value of a lizard losing his mind. To this day, it's unknown who caused it, or who even was the leader, or at least that's what we tell the lizard. XX420 Shrek Scope XX Swagmaster 360 No Scope across the map! A mysterious character that appeared in the contact information of all the admin's phones, except for Nolan, as he did not have a phone at the time. Not much is known about this character, other than that there are a Swagmaster and they 360 no-scope people from across the map. Junior Game Dev. An up-and-coming game developer on Instagram that everybody on the server put the stakes into to creating a great game. Unfortunately, he mysteriously disappeared after showing off his second progress video. It has been 2 years since he's vanished with no updates. Current theories suggest he's been taken out by Obsidian for making a game better than Fallout New Vegas, or he was recruited by Toby Fox to make Deltarune or even Nut Dealer. There's also the theory that Junior Game Dev just got lazy, but that's way too outlandish to believe. Experimental. An absolutely gamer Undertale fangame that unfortunately never saw the light of day. It had an amazing soundtrack that was highly underrated. The creator is female Ink Sands, not a member of the server by the way, who is an inspiration to the server, and her works are legendary, circling around the server back in 2018. Minecraft IRL. Not too sure what this one's referring to. A lizard sent me this image when I asked about it, but yeah, not much here. In the Mind of the Nut. The apparent place of origin for the Lizard Kingdom. Almost nothing is known about the server other than the IDK20k created it. Watch list. Unsurprisingly, while in high school, many members of the server were actually on the watch list for potential school shooters. While this may seem obvious with the many proclivities members of the server have, it mostly happened because of their friendship with a certain homosexual fox. No one actually plays games. On most nights, you can see the VC filled with people playing games. But that's really on a surface level. If you actually listen in and integrate yourself, you'll soon realize that people really don't actually play games on voice chat. In reality, it's just 1 or 2 people playing something and everyone else is just watching or reading manga. Child NSFW. A mysterious deleted channel. The mind revolts in the secrets the channel holds. It was created upon the realization that other Discord servers has a mod channel just like it. Child NSFW was created as a public channel in the lore section, and the only remnants of its existence is a child running with scissors. Nolan is Juice. A prevailing theory that's all but confirmed. Juice is actually Nolan's alt account, as they sound identical and Juice even belongs to Nolan's faction. No one has ever seen Nolan and Juice in the same room, although both accounts have been in voice chat together. Anthony's schizophrenia. While Anthony is a schizo, I'm pretty sure this is just a meme. A theory created by Anthony that he is the only one that's real and all of this is fake. But if all of this is fake, how could I be making this video? Every invite is personalized. Honestly, I'm not too sure what this is doing so low. The server is known to have a closed invite system with one-use links that expire after 24 hours. Not really an Abyss level item. Image 94. A mysterious image of Kermit the Frog holding a Kalashnikov series of weapon. No one knows why image 94 is here, but the image itself is well used and well known. Being the 94th image of a set implies there are at least 93 other missing images. All lore is real. All the shit about kingdoms and shit, yeah, that's all real. The real proof you can find it is in Sands and Papyrus Play Spore, Part 1. A YouTube video that was discovered when A Lizard and Anthony were searching through the new category on YouTube. They refrained from watching it, proclaiming they would watch it on stream rather than the next anime. Unfortunately, the video was deleted the next day, leaving the media lost forever in time. LSS are not real. I mean, it's kind of obvious, since nobody in the Lizard slave roles actually talk, they're just sitting there doing nothing. It's pretty easy to confirm the fact that they're actually not real people and just bots. Lizard Queen is Gamer King. Many times it's been suggested that there be some kind of Gamer King role that is owned by one person. The role can be challenged in a best of 3 format of challenges in 3 different games. This has never come through due to logistics of how selecting game worked and laziness. However, a solo role given to someone due to winning a game has happened once. It's the role of Lizard Queen, given to Kitsune Noble after winning a match of Hearthstone. Sean. A mysterious person that is sometimes referenced on the server. To my knowledge, there's no server with the name of Sean spelled S-E-A-N, yet the name shows up on occasion in 2018. Who is this Sean, and why do people talk to them with no response back? Nolan.png. I asked Anthony about this and all he sent was this image. Village hidden in the trees. A mysterious location that the mods sometimes show by accident through the screenshots or screen share. It is unknown if this is even a part of the faggots or its own duplicate server, to keep people in the dark about it even more. For all we know, the village cannot even be real, it's just a meme that A-Lizard, Anthony, Nolan, and Wi-Fi War are pushing. The origin of Sanime. Many people think the name Sanime came from S being similar to the Z, or the first letter of my name adding to anime, or spurging about anime, or even Sandy plus me, but no, Sanime exists as a reminder to Anthony of what his password is. Well, that took longer than I thought. As you can tell from watching the whole video, this iceberg is complete and utter dog shit, and whoever made it deserves to